What's up, horror fans? It's Danny
And Charlotte.
from the Lassercast, and we just finished watching
Wednesday, Season 2.
That's right. It's out on Netflix, the whole series. They released it in 2 4-episode binges, and we watched 3.5 or 2.5 episodes today, and
Yes.
we watched the first 1.5 yesterday.
Yes.
Okay, so we just finished the second season, and you're the bigger fan.
I am.
So what did you think?
I thought it was so much better than Season 1, though I also feel a lot of shows, like the second or later seasons, are better than the first in some cases. But there were some things I was iffy about, like Enid and Wednesday's relationship not being as strong as it was in the first season. Like that I was very iffy about because they had such a good friendship. But yeah, overall, I think brand new characters got introduced that were so cool. Plot twists that we never thought were gonna happen. And yeah, just it was insane.
Yeah, you mentioned new characters. I think my favorite new character was Agnes.
Agnes was definitely the best.
The similarities between Wednesday and the Harry Potter world felt much stronger this season.
Yeah, it's very uncanny.
We know obviously that Enid is a werewolf, but now it's like the werewolves being a part of the school, and then there was one scene where Wednesday walks out of, I think it was her and Agnes walked out of a painting together in the wall, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, that feels very Hogwarts. Even the fact that like now it's 2 seasons, 2 principals, both die, very Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher.
It feels very Azkaban-ish,
Yeah.
especially with the werewolf.
I mean, that said, I'm not necessarily complaining. I think the show really does fly by. We watched the last 4 episodes in the last 2 days. The longest episode being a little more than an hour. I think an hour and 10 minutes. But yeah, I mean, you could feel the Tim Burton feel on the show.
Definitely.
Guff and Millar, who created the show, have done great work in television, and they obviously know what they're doing behind the scenes. And the cast is genuinely great. Like
The cast is so good that it varies from 31 to 16. Like the girl who plays Agnes and the guy who plays Pugsley are both 16, and the guy who plays Tyler is 31.
Yeah, it's very strange. Obviously, it was a while. I think it was 2 years you said between
about
seasons?
2.5 years.
I think the show. I think the second half, and this is my opinion, I think the second half of the show was much better than the first half of the show.
No, definitely.
I wasn't really into Tyler as the villain again, and that was the focus of those first 4 episodes.
Yeah.
The second, I think it did get a little convoluted. There were a bit too many villains at one point. There was like a plot with the principal, and a cult was involved, and then it was what was it? Willow Hill, and you had the people that ran Willow Hill, and you had Tyler and his mother and his uncle, and there were a lot of villains.
Christina Ricci with that
Christina
horrible
Ricci
haircut.
was back, looking like Chucky.
Yeah,
like one of the terrible Chucky dolls in the series.
Yeah.
But I think that the charm of the main cast, specifically, of course, Jenna Ortega, Emma Myers, right?
The others.
No, what's her? Who plays Morticia?
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I'll be okay. I've had a long day.
Yeah.
Yes. I think the Steve Buscemi as Principal Dort, Gwendolyn Christie as the principal from last season, who's back in spirit form. I enjoyed the extended cast And even when the show I felt was getting a little too convoluted, that cast solidified it as a show that I enjoy.
I did like the multiple, like you said, I didn't like the amount of villains, but I liked the amount of stories that was happening between the Bianca and Principal Door, Wednesday and her family, and then the whole Isaac Knight thing.
They definitely gave every character something to do.
Yeah.
Which, on a show with a lot of characters, or in like a series with a lot of characters, there's always those characters who feel like they kind of get left behind.
Yeah.
And I think this show does very well giving every character something to do. Like you said, like Ajax, Bianca.
Like, even Ajax, who, like, was, like...
And he got to have, like, a big hero moment.
Yeah, he was literally the hero in, I think, what was it, episode
7.
2? Oh, I mean, episode 7.
Yeah.
I'm talking about part 2. But, yeah. Everyone had a specific role in this, like, monstrosity.
No, I thought it was good. I don't think it's the greatest show on earth, but I think it does the Addams Family justice, and I think that the cast is great, and I think it has legs and staying power. I hope it doesn't take another 2 years, because I mean, Jenna Ortega is already in her mid-20s, so I don't think they have to worry about her growing anymore. But
just have to worry about the teenagers.
Yeah, I think shows like this and Stranger Things, they lose a lot when they come out on Netflix. You watch them, you binge them in as many parts as you can, and then they go away for literal years. And I almost feel like by the time they come back, I'm like, I don't remember anything that happened. I don't know what's going on. And half the cast members don't look anything like they did.
And it'll be like a few months to a year later, and they look 5 years older, which they are.
I mean, it's going to happen with Stranger Things later this year.
Luckily, the only person that really changed in this cast was Pugsley, because Agnes was not in the first season, so we never knew. But in the first season, Pugsley was, 13? 12 or 13, and now he's a 16-year-old guy, so he looks much taller and older.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, though. I thought it was, for a show, 8 episodes, they fly by, good cast, some fun moments.
Very good plot twist.
Also, and I think this is important, and this isn't really for you, but I think it's the type of show that if you have a younger kid, I'm being serious. I think if you have like a 8-year-old kid who you're thinking about getting into horror, I think this is a really fun show to kind of get them in. Cause
there's some very gory like moments. Like there's like some really creepy.
There's
gory...
a zombie who eats brains, and there are some creepy moments, but there's nothing horrific.
I guess.
There's nothing like over the top terrifier gory. There's and it's funny enough and quirky enough, and it's still kid based enough that like, you like it because it's basically like goth Harry Potter high school.
True. And
you're in high school.
True.
But like the first horror movie I showed you, or one of them, was Monster Squad. And this doesn't feel that different from like a Monster Squad. There's a zombie who acts like a monster and goes around like, they have, the special effects, they're, like we were talking about, some of the CGI that is used in the show, I don't love, because I think it looks very cartoony.
Especially the hide.
Yeah, I cannot imagine like an 8-year-old kid seeing the hide in this show and running out of the room crying.
Yeah.
It looks too cartoonish.
It does.
Like even the werewolves. The werewolves, I think, look okay.
The transformation's really good, but I just think I don't understand the thing about Enid still being able to control herself as a werewolf.
Yeah.
Like, in every single werewolf movie, no one has ever been able to do that. But this isn't a werewolf movie.
Mm-hmm.
Are we allowed to talk about the thing? Not the thing.
Oh, what? Thing?
Thing.
Oh, yeah, that was probably my favorite twist of the show. And, like, we both had a moment where
we were both sitting there like...
Yeah,
but it kind of looked like you... I don't know if you remember this, but in Coraline, the other YB starts disintegrating, and he takes off his glove and, like, wipes away the dust. He goes, like, and his hand isn't there. And that just reminded me so much of Coraline, which Tim Burton didn't make. But, like, that he, like, took off his glove, and I was just like, oh, that's why Thing was taken away.
You know, it's funny you said that, because there's part of me that was like, of course Tim Burton directed those Addams Family movies from the early 90s. And then I went, no, that was Barry Sonnenfeld. Yeah, Barry Sonnenfeld directed those. I'll tell you what this show really made me want to do. It made me want to rewatch Addams Family Values, because I love that movie. But yeah, so there's a great twist with Thing. We don't have to spell it out if you haven't watched it. We kind of spoiled a little bit of stuff here and there. But the plot twist with Thing, which happens, I believe, in the last episode, is really cool.
Yeah.
And we got to see some really fun Evil Dead 2
it was very
style
funny.
Fighting taking place, which was, awesome.
Like, imagine they're like, okay, now do this.
Yes.
And you're just sitting there like...
So that is Wednesday, season 2. Hopefully we are not doing this video. We are recording. It is mid-September of 2025. I'm really hoping that we're not recording this around Halloween 2027.
Oh gosh,
for season
no.
3.
Please don't.
Please, if you're going to do a season 3, just get it done as soon as possible. Please. And if you're not, it was 2 really good seasons, and, you know, I won't miss it necessarily, but...
Okay, I will, but, like...
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, well, this has been Danny.
And Charlotte.
And we're recording on a Sunday, not a...
Monday.
No, Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday.
Oh, my God, I set her up, and she fumbled the ball. Fumbled it away. Well, this has been Danny.
And Charlotte.
Good, you got your name right. From the Lassercast, reviewing Wednesday season 2. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.